Good morning students. Welcome once again to my English classes. In today's video, we will continue with the chapter The Enemy by Peerless Burke. Students, till now we have studied that how American sailor was discovered at the beach by Dr. Sadao and his wife Hannah, and how Dr. Sadao fills the wounds of the sailor by sea mosses. The man was moaning in pain, but he did not awaken. First, the doctor, Sadao and Hannah wanted to put back the man into the sea, but the humanity inside the Dr. Sadao did not allow him to do so. So he and Hannah brought the man inside their home. So students, till now both of them brought the man into their house and put him in the bedroom of Dr. Sadao's father. But Dr. Sadao's father, he is not alive now. Students, now you can continue on the page number 30. I will tell him what you say, Hannah replied courteously. Now, when the old gardener denies Hannah to heal the wound of the white man and says that the white man ought to die because first he was shot, then the sea caught him and wounded him with rocks. But now, if Dr. Sadao is going to heal what the gun did and what the sea did, both of them are going to take revenge on them. So, listening these words, Hannah said politely to the old gardener that she will convey the message of old gardener to Dr. Sadao. But she herself was also frightened. Although she was not superstitious as the old man was. Could it ever be well help an enemy? Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was. So, she was not superstitious like the old gardener. So, she listened to him and put that thought out of her mind. And then she asked her servant Yumi to bring hot water and bring it to the room where the white man was lying. She went ahead and slid back the partitions. Sadao was not yet there. Yumi, following, put down her wooden bucket. Then she went over to the white man. When she saw him, her thick lips folded themselves into stubbornness. Now, listening to the orders of the Hannah, Yumi brought a bucket of hot water and she went near the white man. And when she saw him, her lips folded into stubbornness. Stubbornness means obstination, difficult to manage. I have never washed a white man, she said, and I will not wash so dirty a one now. So, listening by seeing the condition of the man, Yumi denies to wash him. Hannah cried at her severely, you will do what your master commands you. So, when Yumi denies, Hannah got angry and with no sympathy, she orders her that you have to do what your master is commanding. There was so fierce a look of resistance upon Yumi's round dull face that Hannah felt unreasonably afraid. After all, if the servant should report something that was not as it happened. Now, when Hana scolded Yumi. She could see that there was a look of resistance upon the Yumi's dull face, and Hana felt afraid by looking at the face of the Yumi, because if servants are going outside and they are leaking the secret, both Dr. Sadao and Hana will come in a problem. Both Dr. Sadao and Hana will come in a problem because they are helping the American prisoner. So, very well, she said with dignity. You understand, we only want to bring him to his senses so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. So, seeing the condition and the circumstances, Hana tried to console Yumi by talking to her with great dignity. She says that, you understand, we only want to bring him to his senses. Means she says to Yumi that they wanted to bring the American prisoner into consciousness, and then we can turn him over as a prisoner, and then we can give him to the police. I will have nothing to do with it, Yumi says. On listening the words of Hana, Yumi replied that she has no concern what they are going to do with that prisoner. I am a poor person and it is not my business. Yumi confesses that she was a poor lady and it was not her business to check the concern what her masters are going to do with that person. Then please, Hana said gently, return to your own work. And Hana requested her to leave the place. At once, Yumi left the room, but this left Hana with the white man alone. She might have been too afraid to stay had not her anger at Yumi's stubbornness now sustained her. When Yumi left the place, Hana was left alone with the white man, and she was afraid to stay. That why she got angry on Yumi's stubbornness. Stupid Yumi, she muttered fiercely. Is this anything but a man, and a wounded, helpless man? So now she was babbling to herself that Yumi was a stupid person who denied to watch this man. Simply a man he was, and that too a wounded and helpless one. In the conviction of her own superiority, she bent impulsively and untied the knotted rags that capped the white man cupboard. When she had his breast bare, she dipped the small clean towel that Yumi had brought into the steaming hot water and washed his face carefully. The man's skin, though rough with exposure, was of fine texture and must have been very blond when he was a child. So she was left alone, and now she has to watch the white man because Dr. Sadao has to operate the prisoner and he has to take out the bullets from his body. So first of all, Hana untied the knotted rags that was worn by the white man, and she started cleaning the chest of the prisoner with a small clean towel that Yumi had brought into the bucket of water, and she started washing his face. And when she washed the face of the white man, she watched and noticed that the man's skin, though rough with exposure, was of a fine texture, and it showed that when he must be a child, he should have been of blonde complexion. While she was thinking these thoughts, though not really liking the man better now that he was no longer a child, She kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean, but she dared not turn him over. Where was Sadao? Now her anger was ebbing, and she was anxious again, and she rose, wiping her hands on the round towel. Then, lest the man be chilled, she put the quilt over him. Now, while she was cleaning the white men, she was having all these type of thoughts in her mind that when this white man must be a child, he must be of a blonde complexion. But now that man was no longer a child, and this thought she put her out of her mind and kept washing the upper part of the body and made it quite clean. But she was not dared to turn the white man over. And while she was cleaning, she thought about Sadao, that where is Dr. Sadao? And now her anger was becoming ebbing, and she was anxious. She wiped her hands on the wrong towel. Then, lest the man be chilled, she put the quilt over him. She was going to see Dr. Sadao, so she could not leave the man like this as it was a cold weather. So she put a quilt over the white man so that his body may remain warm in the cold weather.